ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Overtime with Naz. These got really crunk all of a sudden. I got really surprised myself. I am your host, Nastradamus, also known as Nasty Stampede. You can follow me on Instagram at Nastradamus. That is NAZTRADAMIX. Or on Twitter at Nastradamus, the same thing. And or on Facebook at facebook.com/Lord Nastradamus. Tonight should be a very special night. Once again, I have Andy from Triple Threat. Ladies and gentlemen, Andy, say hi.
What is happening, everybody out there? Ah, there they are.
Getting off the mic.
They're the people I've been waiting for.
Come on, guys. Come on. Be nice.
Give me all your hate.
Be nice.
Give me all of it.
Andy, how have you been?
I have just been awesome and a half, my friend. How about you?
I have been awesome and a half too. Maybe awesome in the 3/4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because I just have to be one level higher than you.
Of course.
It's just, this is competition. I am competitive to the core. Not really. I'm actually a casual gamer. But that's not the point right now. This is a very special podcast. I would like to think so. Actually, Andy was texting me like he always does, just stalking me all the time.
Hugs and kisses.
Asking for nudes.
Yes, and I constantly am avoiding him, but, you know, my first mistake was giving him my phone number. Now, my second mistake is actually having him on this podcast once again. Why do I keep doing this to myself?
You're a glutton for punishment, apparently.
Apparently, I must really like it. So, we were talking, and he wanted me to, watch his video, because that's what he does all the time. Hey, watch my video. I know you do, dog. And, but no, in all seriousness, he wanted me to help him endorse this event that he attended, him and his crew, the Triple Threat guys, Adrian and Noel.
Joel. You made that same mistake last time, and he's still upset about it.
I'm so sorry, man. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. All right, so Adrian and Joel. I was gonna say.
Say Joel. Are you trying to make him sound more chic?
Yes. With those guys, and
there you go.
They attended this thing called the EndoMarch last year. Now, he told me about it, but you know, if I try to explain it, it's going to be very vague, and I don't know all the detail. But the most important thing is that this year you are actually been asked and agreed to host the EndoMarch. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct. It's been a crazy but awesome ride to basically be involved in this in any way, shape, or form. As you said before, we attended last year because my wife Jody, who everybody is a huge fan of, everybody loves Jody more than me.
Oh, that should be a show.
That's true.
That should be a show. Everybody loves Jody.
Everybody loves Jody. We attended the EndoMarch because Jody actually suffers from endometriosis, and I'll explain what that is in a little bit. But yeah, we went and attended the first ever EndoMarch up in DC last year, and it was a wonderful event. We learned a lot. It was a great cause, and it just got really helped people who are suffering from endometriosis have their voices heard. And it really touched us all, on a personal level because, as I said, Jody suffers from it. My mom suffers from it. My sister-in-law, we know a lot of people who are affected by endometriosis. And we decided to film a video while we were up there, just, kind of giving a view from the crowd, so to speak. And luckily enough, one of the founders of the EndoMarch saw the video that we did. Her name is Barbara, and Barbara, if you're listening, you are a wonderful, awesome person. And she got in touch with us and asked us to come back in 2015 to do a video, and that somehow evolved into, hey, why don't you guys host the event for us? So, of course, being the attention-loving fools that we are, we graciously accepted, and now all three of us, me and Adrian and Joel, are just so excited to be a part of it. We just can't wait. It's going to be a great time for a wonderful cause.
Now, the biggest question is, and everybody wants to know, how many costume changes will there be at this event? What are you guys going to wear?
At least 58 costume changes. There's, I'm sure, going to be, at one point, Joel's going to be dressed as Silver Surfer.
Yes.
I'll be Batman at some point, I'm sure, after I hop out of my Armani suit.
All right.
And, we can't wait for the musical opening number.
Yes. That's...
We heard.
All right, don't promise the people stuff that we can't deliver.
No, I'm going to say it now. There's going to be a musical number, and if you don't bring... Now you got to step your game. You have to bring the musical number.
Thanks for piling more work on me. I appreciate it.
So I'm just saying. That's what I heard.
What was that, Scarlett?
It's going to be better than Katy Perry tomorrow. So.
Oh, yes. Way better than Katy Perry.
So, you did a video. They liked it. They wanted you to do another one, and it turned to a host. That's great news. Now, did you explain what it was?
No, endometriosis is a disease that basically what it does, and people keep in mind, I'm not a doctor, so
you only play one on YouTube. I know.
Right, exactly. But it's basically a disease where cells from the lining of the uterus grow in other areas of your body, and it can cause very intense pain, heavy bleeding, and problems getting pregnant. And it's a leading cause of infertility. And it affects 1 in 10 women, and there is no known cure for it. There are, there's medications and ways to treat it, but there is no cure for it. So the nice thing about the EndoMarch is, one, it's raising awareness about it, because very few people even know about this disease, and very few women even know that they have it. It takes a long time to be diagnosed with it. And another, it's, working towards finding that cure so we can finally stop this horrible disease that is affecting 1 in 10 women.
Uh-huh. I never heard of this either, so it's very interesting.
Yeah, I had never heard of it until Jody was diagnosed with it.
And when did she find out? I mean, if it's too personal, I understand, but when did you guys find out?
No, she's very open about it. She found out about I believe it was about 2 years ago, but it took I think it took about 2 years for her to be diagnosed with it. She went to several different doctors who basically knew she was having pain but didn't really find anything wrong with her. And as I said before, my sister-in-law, her oldest sister, has endometriosis as well, and she would tell the doctors, my sister has endometriosis, is there a chance that I might have it? And a lot of them just said to her flat out, well, just because your sister has it doesn't mean you have it. And it wasn't until we started going to Martha Jefferson Hospital in Charlottesville, Virginia, and saw a wonderful doctor named Dr. Williams, who found out that she sure enough does have endometriosis, and he did the testing that she needed, found it out, and she ended up having laparoscopic surgery to have a lot of it removed. But the problem is, you can have surgery to get endometriosis removed, but it constantly comes back. So that's why we're saying, why they've said there's no cure for it, because there's nothing right now that can be done to make it just go away. But hopefully, raising enough awareness and doing things like these marches will hopefully one day lead to a cure.
Oh, hopefully, yes. Hopefully that would be the call. Sorry, it's like usually I have it muted so I don't, hear me or any reverb from you talking.
Right.
And I thought it was off, so I was here trying to switch it back on.
And just totally ruined my heartfelt moment. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I'm so sorry, but no, it's true about that. There's a lot of people going through a lot of stuff and a lot of diseases that, frankly, don't have a cure. In my personal life, my father died of cancer, and it was it wasn't lung cancer. It was a cancer of the liver or something like that. And he got that because of his battle against HIV. And, when it's something always about HIV or AIDS, I always want to be like, helping the cause or whatnot. And this is not something that nobody knows. Everybody knows about it. It's just that I personally dealt with someone who fought it. Mm-hmm. So I want to, put out awareness of it, I don't know, more, and hope that there is a cure for that. Just the same as just cancer, period. Cancer is probably a big cause of a lot of people's death. And then recently, what was it, last year, I believe, one of our own cyber goons, she died from, I forgot what it was called. I'm drawing a blank, but that one too, me and our good friend of ours, Gorilla Joe, we wanted to make awareness about that. And it's sad to have people gone so early as well, and know that they have been fighting something, and we just want there to be a cure. We want there to be cures for everything, like the common flu,
Exactly.
Like and there should be, and I know there's got to be for everything, because some things can be deadly, but there's got to be a way to fight it all. So this EndoMarch, what happens at this event?
Well, it's going to be on March 28th in Washington, D.C., and also it's going to be simultaneously in two places. Washington, D.C. is one, and Palo Alto, California is the other.
Oh, are you going to be via satellite?
I don't know that we'll be. I think some people will be, but probably not us. We're mainly just sticking to the DC event. But yeah.
Next thing you know, when you get there, to be okay. Here's the cameras. Like what? Yeah, you're gonna be via satellite. We're gonna have who hosts the freaking New Year's Eve?
Not Casey Kasem. Oh goodness! If you hadn't asked me, it's Ryan Seacrest now.
Yeah, but we all know who it really is.
Right.
His name is still on it. But anyways, continue.
Anyway, yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. Yeah, it'll be on March 28th in Washington, D.C. That's where we will be hosting. And around 4 o'clock, we will have an event where we will have speakers come up and talk about endometriosis and what people can do to help in the fight for a cure. And there will be different, different speakers there. And then eventually at 5 o'clock, we will march, to raise awareness and to get people to help as much as we can. And I believe after that there's a after party, and I believe don't quote me on this, but I believe it's at the Holiday Inn in Washington D.C.
Quoting.
And and it's going to be a really, really good time. We had a blast last year, and we're hoping that this year is going to be the same, if not even better. And so I really, really encourage people, if you're in the DC area, or if you're in the Palo Alto, California area, on the 28th of March, please come out. Please bring as many people as you can and help us march and help us raise awareness and fight this awful disease. And if you've ever wanted to meet the TTP crew, me, Adrian, Joel, the three of us are hosting, and Jody will be there as well. I'm going to get Jody up on stage at some point, I'm sure. So yeah, if you've ever wanted to come meet the TTP crew, we will be there. We'd love to see you. We'd love to march with you. It's going to be a great time. So I encourage everybody to, if you can make it, great. And if you can't even make it, if you just want to show your support, please go to www.endomarch.org. There's a lot of information about things you can do there to volunteer, to help spread awareness. You can even donate to the cause if you like. There's tons of things you can do if you can't make it to the march, but there's, like I say, there's so few people out there who even know about this disease that any support will help. So yes, please do all you can to help support this wonderful, wonderful cause.
It's simple. You just show up, be a part of it, and you're already doing a lot to help the cause.
That's it. That is it.
And there'll be cookies, right?
Probably be cookies somewhere. We can find you cookies if you want cookies that bad.
And will Joel be in his best behavior?
We are doing our best to make sure that Joel restrains himself from doing any of his normal Joel things. He has been instructed to be on his absolute best behavior, and he knows what to do. He will make people laugh, and he will entertain, and that's what he does best. So we're in good luck.
Good guy, Joe. As long as he's in his best behavior, that's good. And big congratulations to Adrian. We heard about his engagement.
He is engaged now. Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
silence after that.
No, let me side note real quick. Let me say we are all very, very happy for Adrian. His fiance Shelly is one of the coolest chicks I've ever met in my life. She's just very, very awesome. She's actually been in a video before.
I was just gonna ask.
Yeah, she's been in a video before, and she's probably gonna be. Well, she's absolutely gonna be in more. That's kind of a rule once you become part of the family.
I can't find the word.
It starts with an O.
Yeah,
obligation.
Yeah. I was gonna say obligatory. I don't know what that word
obligatory,
was.
Yes, it is obligorious of her to be in a video.
Hashtag obligorious.
Make it happen, people.
Yeah, once it happens, it's there. It's just like Scarlett over here. She is obligated to appear and become a part of MWE from now on. Ain't that right?
There you go.
Sure.
Don't get mad at me. I mean, even Andy wrote a script and put you in it, so...
I did do that.
Mm-hmm. He did do that.
I guess I'll do it. I'll take one for the team.
Don't sound so excited.
I'll try not to.
So, I just lost my train of thought. So, this sounds very exciting. What are gonna be your tasks as a host? Do you know?
Make people laugh and get people excited.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what our task is with everything, I think. So basically, we just have to show up and be ourselves.
Is there gonna be karaoke?
I think at their after party there may be. I'm not gonna make any promises, but I think I heard that rumor that there might be at the after party.
There you go. Here's the things that we cannot quote him. It's not at the Hilton. And the no promise is there may or may not be karaoke. So people just have to go and end up finding out. Pretty much.
There's a 50-50 chance that these things might happen. So come on, test your luck.
There you go. Go to the EndoMarch and find out about this.
Well, one thing I can guarantee is that TTP will be there.
Yes,
yay, right?
But everybody's just going to see Jody.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I'm sorry to break it down to you, Andy.
Hey, as long as the people show up, I don't care. I will ride the coattails of her success until the day that I die.
No, but it's great news, and when you told me, I was very happy for you because I know you were excited about it, and since it is like also a personal cause, it even makes more of an event of an event. Mm-hmm. I told you too. I want to be a part of charity things. I was part of one. It was gaming for children. It was nice. People came to attend. You had to do the donation, then just played games and had a good time. And it just felt good to do something that was actually leading to something bigger.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
When we did that march, was it for something that blacklight thing?
I don't think so.
No?
I think it was just for the heck of it. I could look it up, but I don't think so.
Yeah, we did a we did a blacklight march last year, and it was at night. You just jog around this big field, and there was this dust that like different colors, like orange and green and red or blue or whatever, and they like light up with black light.
Mm-hmm.
And there was black light everywhere, and then there was like this big rave party, and I don't even know if it was for a cause or it was just like, just jog and rave. It probably was for jog and rave, but
yeah, because I don't think it was for anything. It never promoted anything. I just got it because the tickets were really cheap, and I wanted to do it.
And we didn't even jog. I didn't jog, and I wore these new shoes that were all colorful that I was like, oh, well, these are colorful if it's the event. And at the end, they just ended up dusty and messed up, and they've been in the trunk of my car ever since.
Now I'm just
well, all right.
like, come on, guys, let's run. And then, no. Just no.
No. I'm too old. I'm too old for that. But I'm very excited for you, and I can't wait to see the next video you make out of the event, especially since you'll be hosting. That means you have to make the best out of the event. Totally attack the social media from it. That means you got a Facebook like crazy when you're there. You got an Instagram like crazy when you're there. Hashtag EndoMarch like you're crazy, because this day and age, it's more easy to reach more people with the internet.
Oh, absolutely.
So, even though this event is taking place in just 2 parts of this nation, everybody there can reach out to not just this whole nation, but the whole world, just by Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, whatever it may be. Make your voice heard, and that way we'll find out. It's just like the whole Ice Bucket Challenge, that blew up big, and everybody's eyes and ears were open and found out all this new information.
And that's what the nice thing about with the EndoMarch, like last year, there were people, countries all over that were doing their own marches on the same day, and putting them out there on social media. Team France, Team Spain, just countries all over the world doing their own EndoMarch, and this year I'm sure people are going to be doing the same. So even if this is a cause that's important to you, if you know someone who suffers from endometriosis and you want to start your own march, just go out and do it. Just get some people and march and do like Naz said, and put it on your Twitter, your Instagram, and just do what you got to do. If you can't make it to DC, walk on your own street. I mean, do what you got to do.
Yes, definitely. Get the word out. Whatever you want to be heard and said and seen, do it. Now. Why are you listening to this podcast? Go out. Make a change.
No, wait, Naz, wait till they're over. No. Wait till it's over with, please.
Oh, man. But I wanted to touch that. I wanted to touch that subject because that was the main point of this. You wanted me to put the word out. I'm going to put the word out in videos if I ever get a chance to get back into another one very soon. I'm sure I'll get to do a video before March, so no problem. Yeah, Scarlett looks at me like, yeah, you better. But this is Overtime with Naz. I got Andy from Triple Threat, and when we're together, that means it's time to geek out like crazy.
Woo!
Yeah. So, the first thing on my head that I wanted to get your opinion from is that all new Fantastic Four teaser. Wait, let me say it. Fantastic teaser trailer.
I don't want to talk about it.
That means you have an opinion. I want to hear this opinion.
Oh, man. Okay, well, alright. Naz, you know me.
I know you.
I'm 99% of the time one of those people who is excited about any comic book movie coming out. I'm one of those people who gets so angry when people just see a trailer and start getting on the internet and boycotting and hating and everything else. But
this is why I relate with you.
Yeah, and 99% of the time I'm that guy. But Fantastic Four has turned me into the 1%.
It's I don't know what it is. Like everybody else I ask, it's like, yeah, this seems kind of alright. I'm interested. Like I'm intrigued, but I'm at the point like, what did I just see? And what? Like you remember we like Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme. That is like
absolutely.
That is like the definitive Street Fighter movie. Nothing comes close to that besides Street Fighter, the animated movie. So, the other two Fantastic Four movies were, to me, great, beautiful. Even The Rise of the Silver Surfer was such a fantastic movie. You like what I did there, right?
Yes, and I completely agree with you.
Nobody else feels that way, and my only beef with the movie is no disrespect to Jessica Alba, is Jessica Alba.
I agree.
That was my only beef with the movie, and no disrespect to Jessica Alba, I just feel like there could have been someone else in that role. Now, I don't know what's going on with the new one, because I do like the cast to a point. Yes, they changed Johnny Storm race. He is African American now, and you know what? Okay, that's fine. Whatever. They have to have a good explanation. You could be brother and sister and not be the same race. We know that clearly from like the Dudley Boys. A wrestling reference for those who don't know.
Devon!
And then I hear that Dr. Doom is going to be a hacker. And
that's what's got me the most angry about it. It's just, I don't want to say that's gotten me the most angry about it, because they've made character changes in movies before and they haven't been horrible, but when you talk about Dr. Doom, who is arguably the most villainous person in the Marvel Universe, and you take him and you turn him into just a young hacker with the online handle of Doom, and from what I've heard, it's not even spelt right. It's D00M. It's just, come on. We can do so much more with this franchise. And the other thing, too, that I'm a huge fan of the Fantastic Four. I have been ever since I very first heard about them when I was little. Like you said before, I really enjoyed the movies that came out in the early 2000s or whenever it was. And I even liked what they did with Galactus. I know, I'm probably the only one. But I thought...
No, if you think about it, it really did make sense because, I mean, not that time, but later did I find out that Galactus is just a big mass of energy, and that suit is the only thing keeping him together.
Right, exactly. And, like, can you imagine how, just from a movie standpoint, Galactus is one of my favorite Marvel villains, don't get me wrong, but seeing a giant dude walking around in space in that whacked-out suit in a movie is going to look ridiculous. Like, people are not going to take that seriously at all, and it's just going to be a big mess.
Unless Marvel did it, because they're the ones who made a talking raccoon and a giant tree work.
Touche. But, you know, it's just, I really think they're killing, literally they're killing the franchise with this movie, because Marvel is so angry with the fact that they don't have the movie rights to Fantastic Four that they're canceling the comic book. And I know a lot of people are saying, oh, it's because Fantastic Four wasn't selling. No, they're angry, okay? They're angry about Fox having their movie rights, so the comic book is getting canceled. And, with this reboot or reimagining of the Fantastic Four, whatever you want to call it, the chances of them getting the rights back, the movie rights back, we're probably not going to see that for another 10 years.
The reason that they rebooted it was so they keep the movie rights.
Exactly.
That's why Sony does Spider-Man. They did Spider-Man again because they're trying to keep the movie rights. As long as they keep making it, they keep having the rights to it.
That's what's frustrating for us fans, because we want so bad for all of our superhero properties to go back to Marvel where they belong, but just with this Fantastic Four, man, like I don't mind Fox having the X-Men. Like X-Men Days of Future Past was wonderful. I loved it. X-Men First Class was wonderful.
I don't know, something about those young Charles and Magneto. Michael Fassbender won me over in that First Class movie, and it's the simplest scene. It's just when Charles is trying to teach him to move the satellite. He's like, it's too big. Use your emotions. Dude, Michael Fassbender showed his skills as an actor by doing that and showing all the emotions on his face, through his eyes alone even. And I was like, man, this guy is great. Yep. I love this guy. That movie was awesome.
Mm-hmm. And so I don't care that Fox has X-Men. They can keep X-Men, but give Fantastic Four back to Marvel Studios where it belongs. Let's get Fantastic Four involved with the Avengers, mainly so we can finally get Avengers versus Doctor Doom. That's what we need.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, and everybody wants Spider-Man over there as well to be a part of the Avengers. And I have nothing against reimagining. I'm fine, because we've all experienced reimagining. It's just at the sense of, I don't know. I have to see the movie. I'm going to see the movie, and I'm hoping it surprises me and actually, I accept what they did. But, I don't know. I'm not going to put my hopes up so high.
Mm-hmm.
It's just give me Batman vs. Superman trailer already so I could, just be calm. And
Isn't there a rumor that there's going to be, a teaser trailer for that during the Super Bowl?
I hope, pray to God that it happens, because I'm suffering here. It's like, okay, you guys gave me this and that and this, but where is my Batman versus Superman? Just a little teaser. You don't have to show anything. You can show the footage from San Diego Comic-Con or New York Comic-Con. I don't know where it was. It was San Diego Comic-Con, right? I think
San Diego.
Yeah, you could just show that footage and I'll be happy. I'll be like, oh, it's just, I just want to see something. Something. I had to bring out my Shatner. I just want something. And this Fantastic Four teaser, showed, but didn't show enough. I didn't even get a perfect view of the thing. But that's okay, because it's a teaser. So I'll accept it. I don't know what the movie felt like. First of all, it didn't look like they went to space to get their powers. It just looked like it was some project, some experiment gone wrong, blew up. Now they have their thing, and I don't know what else. I mean, they don't even look like they have the suits either. It's whatever. I'll see it, but right now they didn't exactly win me over. There's a lot of other people who are kind of won over, because ever since Christopher Nolan's Batman, things need to be dark. And I do not accept that. Things could be dark, but they can be light. And the proof is Marvel. Proof was Guardians of the Galaxy was one of the top selling movies of last year. It made so much money. Sorry, it made so much movies at the box office. It made so much money at the box office, and that movie had, if you think about it, is cheesy to the core, and yet it worked so much better than any other movie that before it.
It was damn near perfect. Is the only way I can describe that movie. It was damn near perfect.
It's so good, and it just shows how Marvel knows what they're doing. Even if they don't have access to everything in their library, they work with what they got. A lot of people are like, how are they going to do Civil War? I am like, look at the movies you already seen so far. Look at all the evidence. Look at all the Easter eggs. They are going to make it work, and it's like obvious. It's right there in your face. Just Captain America, Iron Man are going to go at it because their ideals are going to go at each other. Their beliefs, you know? And that was the whole point of Crisis. It wasn't the whole point of Spider-Man and the X-Men. It was the point of these two men's ideal. One is to register as a superhero. One was to just stay anonymous and not have the government, not be a part of the government, not being used by the government and all that crap. It's right there right now, and with the whole SHIELD actually being Hydra and this and that. And if I just spoiled it for you, I'm sorry. You should have been watching. You should have saw Winter Soldier by now. You should have been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You should have been watching all this stuff if you are a Marvel fan. And if you are a DC fan, please, I hope you have been watching Flash and Arrow, because these shows are the best shows on TV right now.
You know, I will say, despite our problems with certain movies and certain things that are coming out, I will say it is absolutely the best time to be alive if you're a comic book fan right now, because we have so many movies and TV shows and everything out there to just spoil us and bring us back to our childhood and just make us so happy. It's a great time to be alive right now.
It is, and it just keeps growing. We got other shows coming. Supergirl. I heard that the Atom is actually going to get his own spin-off. It's just, things are escalating, and the movies set up for the years to come on both ends of DC and Marvel are just going to keep going, and I want to have a DeLorean and just go into the future and watch these movies already, because I am tired of waiting.
That would be horrible, though, for the people around you. Like, though, if you went into the future and just came back and said, "Hey guys, I just watched Avengers 4. Suck on that."
No, I'll see the movie in theater, and then I go into the future and buy it.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And then come back and then be like, "Look, I have this," and then somehow I just mess up the whole time continuum because I've leaked the movie, and they're gonna be like, "What?" And then stuff.
They had to make alternate endings, and just shit's gonna get crazy. You're gonna get kidnapped because they're like, "Why does this dude have all these movies beforehand?" They kidnap you.
Things will get real.
But the worst possible scenario is you go into the future, you buy Avengers 4 on Blu-ray, you come back to the present, put it in your Blu-ray player, and it says cannot play without the proper update. Worst possible scenario.
Oh man, it's like, what? And then my DeLorean gets hit by a train and I can never go back.
Yep. Marty!
We have to go see the Avengers. Oh no, now it's more like Doc comes, gets me, is like, Ness, we have to do something about Fantastic Four.
Oh,
have to go
man.
back.
You know, I never thought there would be a time in my life when I was more excited about an Ant-Man movie than about a Fantastic Four movie.
Because Marvel can't fail, and I'm excited about the next X-Men, and it's true they take these stories and they take it a different route, but you gotta understand that it's a different medium, and they go and they're telling their own story and they're trying to do their own thing. And yes, we wish they did it other ways, but it's that sense of appreciation. Like, you understand, Andy, we appreciate that these exist, whether they be bad or good. We appreciate that they exist. We appreciate that there's so much attention to it. We appreciate that Hollywood wants to go crazy with it. We appreciate the television series, the freaking video games, the movies. So it's this appreciation. We can only hope that they are good. And
exactly.
For what they are. There's been adaptations of things that just didn't go to our liking. For me, a big one is the King of Fighters. In the video game sense, King of Fighters was just really bad. In the anime sense, even though I just recently bought it on Blu-ray, Dragon Ball Evolution was really bad. and you know what? I kind of want to get the Street Fighter Chun-Li one just because the guy who played Charlie, his acting is so Oscar worthy that I love it. Like there's this YouTube video of just all his acting scenes, and they like remix it and whatever, and you just end up loving the movie for that alone. It's like, you know what? This is very entertaining. I want to see the movie just so I can see all this bad acting. Like, it was really entertaining. I remember watching it that time, and I was like, this is so freaking bad. I'm laughing at it.
Or isn't there the scene where M. Bison is, like, got the girl hung up like a punching bag, and he's actually, like, using her as a punching bag?
Yeah.
It's so terrible, but...
They try to make him very dark, and it goes back to that whole thing, you know, making things dark. Like, you don't have to go so dark.
No. If he doesn't have bison dollars, he's not my M. Bison. I'm sorry.
If punching that girl to him was just a Wednesday, he's not Bison.
Oh, man.
Quick, change the channel. It's such a great movie. Street Fighter is such a great movie. I'm sorry. I still lose my marbles when Jean-Claude does the flash kick.
Mm-hmm. We went up to Adrian's for Thanksgiving, and that was our Thanksgiving movie. We watched Street Fighter. Jody and Shelley had never seen it before, so we made it it's a new Thanksgiving tradition now, is watching Street Fighter.
Yes. Thank you, Andy, for spreading the awesomeness that is Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme. You want to go home? You go with me.
Oh, man, we could probably spend a whole podcast just talking about that movie.
We could probably spend the whole podcast talking about it. In the sense of nerd stuff, I think that was all I had was the Fantastic Four, because it's the only thing that's really been big right now. I can't think of anything else.
They cast...
Ghostbusters.
No. Yeah, Ghostbusters. There we go. A whole female cast.
Yes. A whole female cast of Ghostbusters. Let's see if we could try to touch that in 2 minutes. Female Ghostbuster cast, what do you think?
I don't really have a problem with it being a full female cast. What I do have a problem with is it not having any connection to the previous Ghostbusters movie, and I have a huge problem with Melissa McCarthy being in it. I'm sorry, I cannot stand her. I do not find her funny. I do not find her talented. She is not going to be in a Ghostbusters film that I will watch. I'm sorry, I'm not watching it. I've already decided I'm not going to see it at all.
Damn.
I hate to be that way, but I will not. I will not.
Denied it. First, he's all like, whatever, Fantastic Four. Now he's like, I don't even know what this Ghostbuster reboot is. Now, my thing was, when they decided a whole female cast, I was like, no. And then automatically, because I'm a man, they decide, oh, what, you're feminist? Or
right.
Feminist. You're
sexist.
Sexist.
No, you're a feminist. How dare you?
Like, you're against it. It's like, no, it's not that. It's just, I wanted a mixed cast. And why is that? Because I really liked the cartoon series Extreme Ghostbusters, where there was men and a female, but there could have been a bigger crew of men and female. I just want that. And the biggest reason is what you said. There is no ties to the original. It should be a pass the torch kind of thing. If it is the only 3 remaining Ghostbusters having to pass the torch to these new girls because they lost someone, i.e. Egon, because he's not around anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They lost him to Ghostbusting, and Egon, as we know from watching the cartoons, especially Extreme Ghostbusters, was the only one that continued the whole Ghostbusting thing.
Right.
Then it would have been a good continuation, a worthy reboot, and then not just leave it right there. Like, there could be this whole girl crew, but then later on in the sequels, we'll start adding more people and blah, blah, and branch it off. And that is my thing with the Ghostbusters thing. But I like the cast, even McCarthy woman, and I hope to see it, and I hope it turns out really well. I'll give it a chance. And that is the end of Overtime with Naz. I had to wrap that up real quick. Andy, where can they go to find out information from the EndoMarch once again?
www.endomarch.org, or head on over to youtube.com/Triple Threat Produx. We've got the information there in our newest video.
There you go. So everybody give a big round of applause to Andy.
I feed off of your hate.
And thank you once again for for listening to Overtime with Naz. I'll catch you next time, and stay badass. You want to say something before we go?
Goodbye, y'all.
There you go. All right. Thank you, Andy, for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Peace out.